I'm curious to hear what you guys think about the Bane trade, because what I always think when I see a deal like that is the deal isn't over. It's what they do with those picks.
Right.
And first, when you hear, 4 picks, they're Orlando picks, and Orlando's set up to be solid for a long time, so these probably aren't super valuable first round picks. But now it's Cedric Coward and 3 picks, and
Mhm.
Cedric Coward and 3 picks sounds a lot better to me than 4 amorphous, perhaps late first rounders. Where are you guys at with the Bane haul?
Yeah, I mean, if Orlando calls, if a team calls and they're offering you essentially 5 firsts, 4 firsts, and a pick swap for
Yeah.
Desmond Bane, you don't say no, right? We love Desmond Bane and what he brought to this team. But if there was a perfect fit out there for him, it might be Orlando. He fits the timeline. He fits their style. He's exactly what they needed. He shot 51% on catch and shoot threes, open catch and shoot threes last year. To me, it's a home run deal. And you're exactly right. Like, so far, in my opinion, what we've gotten from it is KCP. I think he's going to be a Grizzly for a while. Cedric Coward, and we still have quite a few picks because we only gave up one of Orlando's, or technically 2 of Orlando's, to get y'all's 11th pick. So we still have retained all of our first round picks, as well as what's potentially going to be a lottery pick next year, which is the better of the worst of the two, whether it's Washington or Phoenix's first round pick next year. So you're exactly right. We've been saying that for weeks, and I'll concede to Drew Gann here that it's a wait and see. Like, if our summer acquisition is KCP, Cedric Coward, and a bunch of assets, I'm not going to be happy. It has to evolve from here.
Yeah, that's kind of where we were at. I think Orlando was the only team that could have offered you what you got for Desmond Bane, and it worked out for both sides because they also were sour on KCP, but Grizzlies fans have always coveted KCP. Like, for some reason or another, we've just always wanted that big 3-and-D wing, and we don't feel like we've had one really ever. Our best defender ever was a 2 guard. You just didn't have that big 3-and-D wing, so you've always kind of coveted Dorian Finney-Smith, so that wasn't a detractor, but I think Orlando was happy to get rid of him. They were happy to get rid of 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bane, and so it was perfect. It was perfect. The Grizzlies had to, because you're dealing with the second apron now, and I just don't think that paying 3 superstars is feasible anymore. You look at the 2 teams that were in the NBA Finals, and this reflected in the draft strategy for virtually every team that participated in the draft. So they were looking for defending wings that could defend because, OKC is going to have a real problem in a couple of years when they have to decide whether to pay Chet or Jalen Williams.
Yep.
And then you've got Indiana, who they're going to have to pay Halliburton, and so they're going to pay, or they've got a big contract, I guess, on Pascal Siakam. It's just going to be a 2-player core for any team now if you want to have any sort of help around those 2 players. And so for the Grizzlies, it was a pretty distant third for Desmond when you talked about our big 3. And the fact that you were able to get 4 first-round picks for him and KCP, a player that honestly we probably love more than anybody else. Like,
yeah,
dare me to say yes.
I love the buy low on KCP. He just had his worst season in a while. And I don't think he was terrible. I think he just had a poor shooting season.
And he was in a role that he shouldn't have been in, right? He was forced to be the man, right, in that Orlando offense when everybody got hurt.
That Orlando offense set NBA basketball back a few years.
So you get like a real percentage of the Desmond Bane shooting threat, the spacing, and Cedric Coward, and more picks on the way. And, you got more for Desmond Bane than we got for Damian Lillard. And it was kind of prime Dame. And the couple picks we got and the swaps for Milwaukee don't convey for like another 4 or 5 years. Whereas you guys have assets that are closer, like not as far away in the future, and therefore a little bit more valuable. Teams are more interested in getting those picks that will convey sooner. So yeah, man, I think it's really good asset management. And I think it was ridiculous the way the national media immediately jumped to the conclusion that like you guys are blowing it up and this version of the Grizzlies core is a thing of the past. Like, no, you can turn those picks around really quickly and reshape, because it's becoming really clear in this current CBA setup. Like, you can't be paying 3 or 4 guys massive money. Like, you need to spread that money out and find really valuable contributors on rookie contracts. And Cedric Coward has a sneaky star ceiling, but also a super high floor with the shooting and defense. I think he's going to be able to help you sooner rather than later. I mean, if Jalen Wells can help you as a rookie, I guarantee you a healthy Cedric Howard can help you as a rookie.
Absolutely.
They're the same archetype. They're that toughness that I'm going to do whatever it takes to be successful. Like the more we've listened to Cedric Howard in local interviews with Chris Vernon and in Mike Wallace and with all these other people around Memphis, like the more I'm falling in love with this kid, because he says, I don't know if somebody trained him or what, but he says the right things about tenacity, grit, playing hard. I don't have to have all the points to contribute. I can still contribute at a high level without the basketball. Like all the high character things about him, intangibles are there. Just get healthy. Because again, we saw what a rookie could do last year. That's a great point about Jalen Wells, who was relatively unheralded and unheard of, who stepped in and played a major role for us and could have helped us a lot. Now, we're not going to beat Oklahoma City in a 7-game series, but he could have helped us tremendously in that series, a lot more than what we had. But I'm looking forward to see what Cedric Howard can do on this team, because he just fits the mold of what the Grizzlies needed. Like you were talking about, that 3-and-D type wing, and that's really what's been holding us back. And now we've got it on a rookie deal that can help us extend Jaren this summer and add a couple pieces around the edges.
Yep. Washington State wings who can shoot and have some good positional size. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Back-to-back years. Jalen Wells and Cedric Howard.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you guys. I'm really depressed that he isn't on our team, but I think Cedric Howard and 3 first-rounders and the swaps, and the swap, that's a really good haul for Desmond Bane. Even though, and it hurts to see that guy go, because you built with him, one of the best shooters on planet Earth. I think the fit in Orlando will be great, as you said, but you got to be happy with the asset management as a Grizzlies fan.